Steve Rossi, if it ever made more sense, guilty as charged for my good deed. This is just part two. I'm just trying to continue the momentum. I'm sure I'll listen back to this and be like, "Wow, Steve, you were talking fast," especially about that George Carlin stuff. But when things mean a lot to me, and this homeless person I took in, I didn't do it for fun. I took it. Well, I took them in because they needed it, and it's a big thing to me. And to see someone a little older than me and see mistakes, I firmly believe in learning from the mistakes of others. Really, firmly believe that. Especially if you know someone well, and you can learn from that mistake, that horrible mistake, and somehow avoid it. And I know that doesn't make much sense. There's not much clarity there, but it's very interesting to see mistakes that I've made, that she made in her past, and other things. But we're all human, and we're all a step away, I think, from anything horrible or anything great. And I sat and I talked to this person for 3 straight days. I wrote down things she said because I write down things that mean something to me or that are funny. I don't write down everything when I sit down next to people. I'm not always writing down things. This person imparted some wisdom on me. It really affected me. Then all of a sudden, her phone rings. She's like, I gotta go. I gotta go. My friend's gonna kill himself. I'm like, who are you, Clark Kent? She says, no. I gotta go. I gotta go save him. He's a black guy, and I used to date black guys, but I don't like black guys anymore. But I gotta go save him. Okay. What are you gonna say to him? Well, I'm just gonna tell him he shouldn't do it, and that he's got a lot of love out there, and he shouldn't do it. And then, would you want me to go with you? I'm really kind of good at like talking to people, and I kind of understand suicide at a high level. And you want me to go? She's like, oh, no. Yeah, he's just in the church parking lot over there. I'm like, oh, you mean he's by the basketball hoops? Am I by my parking lot? Yeah. Oh, he's gonna kill himself outside in my parking lot if you don't go out there? Okay. Never hear a day goes by. Of course, I know that's not what's happening, but I get my anxiety freak out. Like, oh, maybe this person just got. Of course, it's just to go get high, and I'm thinking like, I killed her or something, and I'm like freaking out. Um, Not really freaking out, but just my angst. Yeah, I don't really believe she got killed. I just believe, and I tell me, I know some people get high. So they come back the next day and apologize, all this stuff, and I'm like, I fed you, I entertained you, I played you motivational tapes. If you want to stay here and sleep on the couch, you can do that, but you can't. I can't live around that chaos. So she wanted to get high again, and I said, it was hard for me. If you gotta do that, you gotta go take your bags, and you gotta please take your bags with you. That's 72 hours, but it was hard for me. She doesn't understand why it's hard for me. And that's the sickness. I mean, that she doesn't understand why it's hard for someone to see that. And she took her bags, left the blanket she washed 4 times and combed. My cat brush is still full of pink puff hair. Blanket is here. That thing she cared more about than anything, except for the sock. Walking with 5 bags and a sock. She tells me she dropped a sock somewhere on the way back. It's raining and it's 30 degrees. You think Celsius. You think I'm gonna go? And she like really wanted me to go look for this sock. She wanted to go look. It's not like she wanted me to leave my apartment. She's a very sincere person, but she wanted to go look for this sock. And I'm like, I don't know what drugs make you do that kind of thing where you focus on the one. You want to go look for the over the mile and a half I had to walk with you instead of bike for a black sock at night. I'm thinking, ooh, I'm thinking what you're thinking. But anyway, people are like, why do you do this, Steve? It's risky behavior. My therapist, Steve, this is risky behavior. Why do you engage in this? Well, if Mother Teresa did this, she'd be on the cover of AIDS magazine. I don't know if this girl had AIDS or not, actually. I asked her if she did because I don't want her sitting on my toilet seat or anything. I'd rather her go in the garage if she's got something. And she said, she was very honest. She said she had something, nothing like that or anything. But Mother Teresa would be on the cover of any, if I do it, it's crazy. Um, Anyhow, rarely do I come to a place in the podcast where I say anyhow, but you can tell that you can't tell because you're not listening, but I can tell that I'm reflecting and really thinking about this person. And then I was riding my bike once, ran into this person again, a bunch of crazy things about properties all over the country and all this stuff. And then on New Year's Eve, the last time I heard was New Year's Day from her. On New Year's Eve, I'm sitting in my room and I hear, around midnight, I hear like, you can't tell if they're gunshots or fireworks. But she's like, I'm like, and then she texts me the next day. When I wake up, there was a text. I hadn't heard from her in a month. She said, I'm glad I got out of that drug house. My roommates were killed last night. Um, I'm now in Alabama, and I didn't write to her. I'm like, okay, I don't know. She said, whatever. None of that could have happened, or all of it. But I just thought that it would be a great time to kill somebody if it's New Year's Eve at midnight. What better time for a gunshot to be justified, except for maybe July 4th? But even like July 4th, fireworks are coming from a certain place. On New Year's Eve, people just shoot their guns in the air. They would put things out in New York City. Don't shoot your guns into the air tonight. It's New Year's Eve. Like, how far does a bullet go before it starts coming back down? Or just like, even sideways, if you were just on an open range and shot a bullet, how far would it go before it eventually, you could catch it? Like, it would just slow down to where it wouldn't hurt you. It would either fall at your feet, or you could just, like, literally just catch it like a baseball. Would it be like miles and miles? And I'd like to know. I'm going to keep recording stuff about important things and unimportant things, and insane things and sane things, and jingles, and all I'm going to do is put myself out there, and like I'm always put myself out there on stage. I don't even get many hecklers. I don't get that much rejection on stage, despite my lack of monetary success. I do pretty well on stage, but I would encourage hecklers. Maybe one day I'll regret saying that, but I always think it's. I just have a good way of dealing with that stuff. I think I do. Did I was just covering the microphone the whole time when I said that? I have a great way of dealing with things. I don't even know how to talk into a mic. Oh my God. I think I just had my arm over the microphone during that, which is just so apropos. Am I really going to end this on the word apropos?